So now we're doing IELTS Task 2 essay. We're doing discuss both views and give your opinion. So structure will be introduction. We're going to have opinion 1. We're going to have opinion 2. And then we're going to have a conclusion. And you should let me know your opinion in the introduction. Okay, you should let me know your opinion in the conclusion. And ideally, you should let me know through the way you argue which one you most agree with. Okay, so let's take a look at the topic. In some countries, people think women should have equality with men. What a statement. Yeah, in some countries, people do think men and women should be equal. Oh, I'm already worried about marking this essay. In particular, equal rights to work as police officers or serve in the army. Others think women are not suitable for such jobs. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. What an interesting topic. I don't think this is something people would debate, perhaps in the UK. Maybe this is a cultural thing. But sure, I'm nervous to read what this candidate has written, but let's take a look. I'll judge very fairly. Your argument doesn't actually matter here. You could argue anything as long as your English is okay. Let's look at your introduction. It is considered by some people that women should have equal rights as men to work as police officers and soldiers, while other people argue that those jobs will not be suitable for women. Okay, so in terms of paraphrase, they paraphrase the question topic very well. They've changed the structure of the sentence. So I think women should have equality. Women should have equal rights as men. So I like the way that they've changed the sentence up. So I think that's a good paraphrase. I partially disagree with that since each gender has different strengths in general. Okay, and they've given their opinion and they've given the reason why. Okay, so overall in terms of structure, I do like this introduction. They set up the debate. They paraphrase and set up the debate. They give their thesis statements, they give their opinion, and then they give the supporting reason. Okay, so the overall reason why, because they're looking at the strengths and weaknesses of each gender. Okay, body 1. On the one hand, some people argue that girls can serve in the military and protect citizens as police officers. In general, these jobs require more physical activities than other jobs. I would say more physical ability than other jobs. However, some girls nowadays have better physical abilities than men. That is to say, females can work as police officers and serve in the military if they have enough abilities. Or I would say if they are physically capable. In addition, except for some urgent cases such as murders and wars, most tasks in these jobs are done at the office. At an office or at the office. Thus, equal rights to work at those jobs should be given. Okay, so it's I mean, the structure of the sentences are good. I like the examples. They've really explained well. So what I really like about this answer is they've logically explained their reasoning and thinking. Okay, and they've given some justifications. So like in general, there's no difference. Okay, but there are some demanding physical activities that some females might not be useful for. But I mean, if a woman is physically capable, why not? Okay, on the other hand, other people argue that the main reason for the existence of soldiers and police officers is to protect citizens from vicious crimes and wars, which requires high mental and physical capabilities. Even though some females are well trained, it is obvious genetically that males are more likely to have better physical ability. Thus, the more rights to work as police officers and serve in the military should be given to males. Well, I mean, I would take an argument with that. I mean, a lot of some kind of crimes, it doesn't actually matter about your physical strength. Like you've got a taser and stuff, and, you know, you can do self-defense. And actually, a lot of studies have shown that female police officers work well with female victims of crimes. And so women who've been victims of vicious crimes are sort of treated better and have a better time working with female police officers. But, you know, this isn't my platform. This isn't my essay. I think it's just a real weird question to ask people. It's a question that's asking you to talk about something that's politically sensitive. So I don't think in the real IELTS exam they would ask you to discuss this question because I think it's a little bit of a sensitive issue for some people. So they wouldn't want to make you uncomfortable while writing. But back to the grammar. This person's like, their grammar is fine. They've got a couple of issues with determiners. They've got some issues with these, you know, the ability, and I would like them to see them change up the physical abilities or abilities part of it, but in terms of grammar is fine. Okay, then we've got the conclusion. In my opinion, female soldiers and police officers can do most tasks as good as males. However, some tasks which require more physicality should be done by males. In other words, at some extent, we should guarantee to have equal rights regardless of gender. Okay, so in terms of task achievement, I thought this candidate did a nice job. They covered both sides of the debate. They gave some reasons. They had their own opinion. I thought there was nothing wrong with that. They supported. I would like to have seen some more examples, which you can just make up and put in. Some statistics or a study or a newspaper report or something like that. It just helps support and like bulk out your argument a little bit. But task achievement, I'd probably give a 6.5. Coherence and cohesion, paragraphing was good. The ideas were linked together. They had a good variety of linking words. I didn't see anything problem with that, so I'd probably give a 6.5 for that. Vocabulary in some places was a little bit limited. The sort of activities and abilities was mentioned a lot. They did try and paraphrase, not always super successfully, so I'd probably give a 6 for that. I'd probably want to see more idiomatic phrasing, and I'd be careful with some of the paraphrasing. I thought the grammar was pretty solid. There weren't a lot of issues. It was mostly minor stuff that I was correcting. There wasn't a lot of major grammar issues, and I could understand everything that was being said, so I'd probably give a 6.5. So overall, coming out at a 6.5 for this essay, I thought it's a tricky topic to talk about. And like I said, probably not something they would give you in the real IELTS exam. But I thought they did a good job. They explained themselves logically, and their grammar was pretty solid. So I thought they should feel pretty happy with their effort.